Que pasa? Bienvenido. Welcome again to News and Views. Me llamo Daniel Jehl. I'm here today with Tim Zink. Tim Zink and I will be doing the show today. Welcome to a Monday and a whole new week. And we thank all of our listeners today. Yes, Fernando Zapari is back from vacation. He is back, and he will be rejoining tomorrow. It is normal time at noon, and today we will have news and views, and then continue on through the week with our normal schedule. Tim, how you doing today?
Doing really well. I was pretty tired, but I'm doing well.
Well, you know, it was a long weekend, and in fact, that's a good point, Tim, because on Mondays, that's what we do. We recap the weekend.
Yeah, that's right.
And we will do it, and we have many topics to discuss today. And before we do that, I'd really like to thank all of the listeners today throughout the world on RadioLatinoTV.com. Raul, our technician. Tim, of course, for being here again with us on News and Views, and it's becoming a good kind of a dual show here, a duet almost. And it seems to be working out just great. And John Rogers, yes, John Rogers, attorney at law. We cannot do these shows without a sponsor. And, well, we have a sponsor. In fact, he's a great sponsor. John Rogers, attorney at law, sponsoring the show today. John Rogers is located in Fort Wayne, Indiana. And we will provide phone number information as we go throughout the show here. And keep John in mind for a full service operation there. Well, I may as well just get the phone numbers done now. Okay, and we'll do it again. Okay, John Rogers. In Espanol, his number would be area code 260, number 704-0682. And in English, same area code, and then 426-0674. John Rogers offers free consultations and will, for a variety of legal needs, including immigration and documents and more, and traffic problems, whatever it may be. And if he can't help you, he'll provide you information and advice, and he'll probably do it if he can do it. And he does. He helps many people. Or he will tell you whether you even need an attorney or not, for whatever the case may be. Thank you, John Rogers. Okay, Tim, the weekend. Well, one thing, okay, we're talking about the weekend now, and we're getting to the end of the month. Marzo is just around the corner here. It's hard to believe how fast time goes. So over the weekend, for those of you who tried to watch the Daytona 500, you already know it was rained out yesterday, and it may very well be rained out again today, and that means it would be postponed until, well, it will be postponed until who knows when, because they all need to go to, all the NASCAR drivers need to go to their next race, which is out west, I believe, in Arizona. So if there's no race today, if you're looking right now to look for the race, you need to go to ABC on national television and find out whether it's raining there. And it was raining this morning, so chances are no Daytona 500, which is the first time ever this has ever happened.
Really?
Well, the first time was actually delaying it for one day, but they've never, ever postponed it. And that means they'd have another day down the road sometime, maybe in the summer. You know, which is unreal, because Daytona 500 means we're looking to spring. You know, the winter is ending in the United States establishment, you know, so we're looking forward to the spring. So it's unreal that it got rained out. Okay, moving on. Okay, Tim, can you tell us a little bit more about what we have done last week with Facebook?
Okay.
And because people are connecting to Facebook, interested in knowing. We invite listeners, all of you listeners, for feedback and ideas, and it's working. For people that are not connected to Facebook, can you
I mean, you can still look on there. I mean, it's News and Views with Daniel Jehl. It's at facebook.com/newsviewsjehl, Jehl. And if you go there, you'll see our page there, and we have some questions there. We were asking for feedback, and we have some videos posted for YouTube as well.
Oh, good point, Tim, because it's interesting. If you cannot listen to the show and you're interested, go to Facebook and YouTube. But Tim, what's the simplest way to do it?
Simplest way would be just go to your search box and put search News and Views with Daniel Jehl, Jehl, and it'll come up.
Okay.
And I mean, look for the future. I'm going to try to put together some pages for the other offerings on RadioLatinoTV.com as well. So just look for that as well.
And I believe that there's, besides Pasa, there are other shows on RadioLatinoTV.com that also has Facebook. And so we're pretty much all doing the same thing here. It's all working out. Fernando Zapari's show could be on Facebook. I mean, there's all kinds of possibilities. Okay, Tim, let's move on. I need to bring up the parade. Okay, Tim and I have talked about the parade idea. This is for the Iraq War veterans, their families. The Iraq War has officially ended, and soldiers have returned. Families are being reunited, and they're still winding down, but officially that war is over. And we always have a parade when there's wars that end. And this one is interesting because only so far St. Louis, Missouri has done so. They had a very, 100,000 people attended the parade. Here's an update on the parade. Okay, now I have to give credit to MSNBC because they're doing the same thing that we're doing here on Pasa. They have a parade update as well on a show on MSNBC. And so according to them, Tucson, Arizona, and Fayetteville in the Carolinas, are planning parades. Fayetteville is next, and Tucson will be after that. So I'm looking at the entire country of the United States, Estados Unidos, for a war that just ended and is ending, and so on. And 3 parades. So our idea here, at least the idea that we've been promoting here, is that Fort Wayne should have a parade, Fort Wayne, Indiana. Well, the news on that is that I did receive an email, and we have contacted the mayor's office in the city of Fort Wayne and the Allen County Commissioners about this, and we're starting to receive some feedback on this. And it's very possible, it may be too late to put it together now, but we will continue to report on this. I guess my report now is simply this. There are 2 more parades that are now scheduled. And when we first started talking about this, Tim, there was only St. Louis. And since we've talked about it, now we've got 2 more in the works. So who knows what will happen with this? You throw the idea up there and see what lands. You think it's too late, don't you?
For St. Patrick's Day.
For St. Patrick's Day?
But I think Memorial Day would be a reasonable goal.
I think that may be our goal here. Okay, today in Fort Wayne, Indiana, this is a sad thing to report, but it's true, it's reality. We had 2 days before Christmas, we had a murder in Fort Wayne of a 9-year-old girl named Aliana Limon, whose body was dismembered. And they caught the guy. That's the good thing. They caught the perpetrator. And his name is Michael Plumador, and he's been in jail now for about a month and a half. And today he went back to court. He has 2 public defenders. The question is whether, well, what will happen today in court, in fact, it's happening right now as we're talking about this. They're in court right now in Fort Wayne, Indiana, in Allen County Courthouse, is whether there will be a death penalty or not. So what they'll do today is schedule a trial date. They'll set a date, and they may try to change the location of this trial because there's so much publicity around here. Maybe move it to who knows where, Indianapolis or somewhere. But Tim, the death penalty in Indiana has been used 9 times in the last 5 years. It's rarely used. Rarely used. But in this case, when you dismember a 9-year-old girl, put her body parts in your freezer, to me, this merits the death penalty. What do you think?
It probably has if any case has a lot of support for the death penalty, it will be this one that will get the death penalty. Or at least somebody will bring up the death penalty as far as getting one, because it got a lot of national attention and it made a lot of people angry in this city.
And they did, by the way, set up a memorial for Aliana Lumlum at the Holland Grade School in Fort Wayne, where she attended school. So that's all good. And they do have the perpetrator, of course, in jail. So really the question now is the death penalty, and he's obviously guilty. He has pleaded not guilty, and he has 2 attorneys. So really the only question remaining is whether he will have a lifetime forever sentence or the death penalty. So we'll be reporting to you more on that as we go. But that's happening today. And as we're recapping the weekend here. Over the weekend, Tim, Arizona Governor Jan Brewer endorsed Mitt Romney. Now, why am I talking about that when the primary is tomorrow in Arizona and Michigan? Because over the weekend, it's close, right? Between Rick Santorum and Mitt Romney. Very, very close. It's like you could flip a coin on who could win, wouldn't you think?
Yeah, probably.
Do you think that endorsement's going to help him? Mitt Romney? She's a very Republican, very conservative, not very friendly to immigration, by the way, Arizona person.
Well, do you know how popular she is in Arizona?
At 50-50.
Among Republicans.
Among Republicans, maybe 75% more popular, of course. The Democrats do not like her, and people that are progressive and favor progressive like social issues. She's not good on social issues.
As far as his primary support amongst Republicans, it probably will help him if she's popular amongst the constituents that are voting.
What would you say, Tim, will happen tomorrow? We have 2 tomorrow, and they are so close. You really could flip a coin on this. And Mitt Romney in Michigan, now his father, of course, George Romney, was the governor of Michigan, I believe. Am I right about that? Okay, so I mean, wouldn't you think? All right, here's my prediction. I'm putting you on the spot. I'll be on the spot. I think Romney will win Michigan and not Arizona. It'll be Rick Santorum, and then Ron Paul and Newt Gingrich will finish their 3rd and 4th. I'm thinking Romney in Michigan, Santorum in Arizona. What do you think?
Well, there's a significant number of Mormons in Arizona.
That's true.
I don't know if it's enough to swing it.
Though.
I mean, I think Romney will win one of them at best, but Santorum could win them both. It seems like the momentum's on his side.